Greetings, everyone. It's Rickzilla here, and tonight I am gonna, let's just say, I'm gonna go off just for tonight because, well, Shanny is on her high horse once again, and honestly, I have a lot to say about this topic, and trust me, this is gonna be something that I really, really want to cover. I know Jules Tells All covered this in her early stream, and Corgi covered this as of now. But it's my turn. It's my turn to pull this and make my rage look really bad. Because, honestly, this person spews evil.
Hi, Jesse. I just want to say to you, thank you, for your video. It was very kind for you to come to me in such a kind and decent manner and not like belittle me or anything or like bring crap up or, that type of stuff.
Of course, Shanny would try to say that shit because, of course, she doesn't want people to criticize her. She only wants people to validate her. I'm sorry, honey, but if you're on YouTube, you're not going to find validation here.
And, I have taken your advice actually and blocked and ignored. But I've been doing this for years. So
I wonder why you've been doing this for years. It's obvious that you always have this sense of paranoia that everyone is out to get you.
It's gotten to a point where it's gotten so bad where these people are literally trying to get into the littlest details of my life just to try to prove that I'm some kind of liar. And it really does affect my mental health. And you are right.
We have, Shanny, you've done that yourself. You've posted almost every minute detail about your personal life on the internet for everyone else to see. We weren't the ones who forced you to say that shit. You did that all by yourself. This is why I cannot accept you as someone who is mentally unstable. Because I know damn well you like to lie all the goddamn time just so that people will feel sorry for you.
I should ignore it, just like ignore them. But it's when you get to, you're going to find this out because I really do believe you're going to get really big on YouTube because you're very concise in how you talk. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You're very wise. And you have a good speaking voice and you're very entertaining. And also as a fellow Italian American,
you're not Italian American. The Italians won't claim you because honestly, you always like to lie about your ancestry constantly. Constantly, you lie about your ancestry. You claim you're Native American. You claim that you're some sort of other Japanese type person. I don't know what the fuck you are. You claim to be you claim to be African American, for God's sakes.
Family, so I gotta automatically love you because we're both, we're both that blood. My family's from Bari, Italy.
Oh dear God, are we going there again?
I'm figuring. I'm just looking at your features, and I'm like, you're probably from the northern Italian states. But anyway. See me, you look at my face and you're like, you got Italian in you. Yeah, you can see it in the eyes. It's very like, you can see it in my face. It's very like.
There isn't an inch of Italian in you, you dumb bitch.
Greek like attributes to my face, which would fit in Bari, Italy, because that's like right on the heel of the boot, right close to Greece, because I have Greek descendancy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you going to now you're going to keep claiming that you're part Greek too? Shanny, do you really think that claiming to have some sort of ancestry is going to give you any validation of any kind? Honestly, this is just so fucking pathetic of you.
But I just thank you. Thank you for treating me like a human being. That's like, thank you for treating me like a human. Like, not many people treat me like a human. I'll just be honest.
Oh, God. Here comes the waterworks. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really, really don't have the mental fortitude to put up with her fake CNN tears.
They just treat me like just some kind of, this person just beat me up all the time, and it's not good for my mental health. I know it's not, but
This isn't good for my mental health either, but I have to do it for the sake of my sanity. And for the sake of everyone else's sanity, I have to do this.
Gotten to this point where I'm so tired of it that I have to expose these people. I have to, even if it hurts me. I
have to expose you, Shanny, even at the cost of my mental sanity.
Have to. Because they're hurting other people. They're hurting my subscribers and
they're not hurting your subscribers. In actuality, you basically have blocked almost everyone who has tried to give you advice. You've blocked everyone who's tried to help you. And let's not forget that you have alienated almost everyone in your life.
People who follow me. Like, I have so many friends on here, and I don't say their names or anything, and I'm not going to, for the sheer purpose of they've been so harassed where they actually kicked themselves off the internet. They've tracked their houses down and docked their and dropped their docs and.
Oh God, Shanny, how many lies have you been telling? And how many lies have you been saying all this time? I could make a list of all the lies you've told people, but I would still be here all day. I've said this before.
It's just such a level of harassment involving me, and they do it to the people who love me.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shanny, honestly, you go on the internet looking for validation. You're not going to expect to have people pity you and kiss your ass all the time because you have a mental illness. That's not how mental illness works, you dumb bitch.
They do it to the people who love me too. And I just feel like it's my responsibility to help protect them also.
Oh God, you're not a superhero. You're not.
Since, no.
And you don't claim to be the hero of mental illness. And I know you're going to start claiming to be the hero of mental illness, when in actuality, you're not even that. But you like to paint yourself as this victim or this hero or savior or some stupid bullshit, just to make yourself feel validated or something dumb.
No one should do that. No one should be going through this just to post videos on YouTube. No one should be able to go through this and just be bullied to such huge extents. No one should bully someone like this. I don't care what they've done. It's not right to do to someone. It's not. And there is a fact. I don't attack anyone. I leave people alone. But I can't just sit there and watch the people I love get torn down and have their families and their lives and their jobs put in danger.
You deserved it, Shanny.
One of my friends on YouTube, for instance, they're going through something legally now because of these people. And I'm not saying any names.
I think I know who she's talking about. It's one of her enablers. You mean, by friends, you mean enablers. And the only reason why you have them in your life was for them to pity you and kiss your ass.
But they went so far in attacking this person that they tracked down their mother and got them fired from their job by just false allegations.
She's probably making this shit up. I know damn well she likes to make this shit up just because, well, it makes her feel sorry for her, makes her feel better about herself by saying stupid shit like this. It's obvious she likes to do this all the goddamn time, and it pisses me off just hearing her say this shit.
I'll tell you who it is afterwards. You probably know who it is.
No, I know already. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
It's not her. Well, it's
yeah,
okay.
It's fine.
But, like, I'm just wondering, where do people get the gall where they think they have to destroy lives because they don't like people on the internet? Like, where did this come from, this idea where it's okay to do that? And then you pretend that you're superior moral people. And if that stuff ever happened to you, you would want to die.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's another one of her fucking pity party bullshit. It's obvious that she does this all the time, and it really sickens me. Just hearing her say this shit sickens me.
You would want like, no one deserves this type of behavior. No one deserves this type of treatment, and yet they continue to do it
all day, every day for years.
For years, I've been going through this for years, and you're like, ignore them, like.
But you want the drama. You want to engage with these types of people because, again, it gives you an excuse to, well, act like a complete piece of shit and lie about people because you want the validation. You want acceptance. But I'm sorry, Shanny, you're not going to get that on YouTube. You are not.
You want to.
I want to, but how do you ignore people who constantly put up sock accounts and constantly tagging you and following you from one area over the internet to the next and taking pictures of you while you're out with your family?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, there's a reason why I've been comparing Shanny to Chris Chan. Because Chris also had this similar problem back when he was still getting trolled by a bunch of idiots online. I've read it in a quickie article where it talks about his egotism. And I have to say this, I'm seeing history repeat itself again with someone else.
Like, how do you ignore that? You can't. The real clear thing is you can't ignore it. You can't.
Yes, you can. You just walk away. Turn off your computer. Put your phone down. Anything. You can anything. You can do anything to ignore it. Just spend time with your family. Don't look at the hate comments. Turn off notifications if you have to. It's that simple. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to ignore it. You want the attention. You want the negativity. Hell, your mother even said it herself that you crave negative fuck, I'm so upset that I can't even think of the word. Negative emotions. You feed off negativity.
Ignore it. You can only have like a little illusion of truth that maybe if I just put my phone down and I don't watch anything and I don't hear anything, you know, maybe I won't be bothered so much if I just put my phone down and just turn my computer off. Nope. Doesn't work that way with me. You know why? Because when I put the computer down and when I put my phone down and I stop interacting with the internet, guess what the trolls do?
Here's something that I hear. Generally, I would ignore and don't read the comments and move on. The haters and fakers of this earth in this universe are generally hate fetished and toxic. Not worth it to respond. That response is what they crave and want. And for each response they get a piece of soul energy from the individual who responded. I can also understand and appreciate the want to send them a love comment and kindness, but even then, that's like a small spark of light energy trying to counter a massive wall of dark, regardless of the source's individual and respective powers. The haters are gonna hate on, especially those who refuse to reform and revamp their lives. I've learned and witnessed this time and again, and here and interdimensionally, is to not acknowledge them. Their vibes are simply toxic. Of course. I could hear, this isn't from Shanny, it's from someone I've covered. I've compared Shanny to.
They call the police and they're like, hey, we're really worried about this girl. We know she's really suicidal and she has BPD. We needed to go give her a wellness check and make sure she's okay. And there I am standing in my front door being interrogated for 20 to 30 minutes just so they can see if I'm okay. Interrogated by the police. Would you like that? I bet no one would like that. This has happened to me like 30 fucking times. And then if
it's obvious Shanny has a very black and white view of people and evil, tending to view everyone else as her enemies, even if she doesn't like them. Even if the situation is vastly more complicated in nature, this and her lack of tact when it comes to her stronger emotions, be they love or hate, unfortunately causes Shanny to lash out at people with insults, death threats, and obscenities. And most of this behavior has gotten her accounts banned or suspended on social media.
If that doesn't work, they'll call CPS on me, which they do. I saw CPS the other day. And I'm worried about her children. I'm worried about her life.
Well, they are.
First of all,
yes, it is our business. If your children are being exploited or ignored on the internet, then we have every right to be concerned, because that is everyone's natural response, is to be concerned about children, because obviously you aren't even looking after your children. And I feel sorry for those boys. I mean, Zachary still has some developmental issues going on, and William is still emotionally scarred from the suicide video. And you're not even acknowledging them. You are so self-absorbed. Hell, when Zachary was taken to the psych center to get evaluated, you wouldn't even go inside. You wouldn't even visit him while he was undergoing observation. You just went home and sit on your fat ass and played Animal Crossing with, it wasn't Zachary, it was William. William, you wouldn't even visit William while he was being monitored or evaluated. Instead, you went home, curled up in bed, and played Animal Crossing with William. I mean, with Zachary. You see how angry you make me feel? You make me want to mix up the names of your boys. The point is, when one son was undergoing treatment or undergoing evaluation, you didn't even give him any support or praise or even emotional support. You just went home, hated on people like Dragnot and the Geek Room and everyone else, and then lied that it was their fault that your son was feeling emotionally compromised. And then you parade him on your channel just so you could get pity out of it.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about my life. Don't worry about what's going on with me. Because first of all, it's none of your business. And if I wanted you to know something, I would tell you.
Right.
If I want to go and leave
Damn you, Todd, for sniping my stream.
the internet, I should be able to leave the internet without fear of having cops show up my house or CPS. But I can't do that. So
I could see why you can't do that, because you're afraid that if you leave the internet, you'll lose your subscriber count. You'll lose your validation. You'll lose your little money flow.
I'm trapped. I'm trapped to stay here on YouTube so I don't get intimidated by the cops or CPS or some kind of mass authority.
Oh my God. You're using the same argument Von Helton used. This is why you're a horrible person. This is why nobody likes you. This is why you get so much hate. It's because you lie all the goddamn time. You lie so much that you don't even know what the truth is, you dumb, ugly bitch.
Because they have to be paranoid and they want to see me constantly.
Oh my God.
So, Jamie, I thank you for your advice. It's beautiful advice. And
it's Jessie. You said her name wrong. It's Jessie, you idiot. You called her Jamie.
I wish it would work.
Yeah.
I pray it would work, but it doesn't. Because they'll find other avenues how to get a hold of you.
Oh, God. Shanny, you put that shit on the internet for everyone else to see. Don't you understand? It has every right to stay up there. Even if you try to scrub your channel of all the videos you put, there are gonna be people who will archive them, regardless of how many times you tried to delete your channels or delete your Twitter or delete all of the shit that you've said. There are going to be people who will archive it and use it against you because you provoked them. You put your shit out there for everyone else to see. All what we're doing is we follow suit. It's all your fault, Shanny. Whether you like it or not, it's all your goddamn fault.
And get to you, even if you put it down. And I wish I could just have some peace of mind and know I'm not allowed to have a peace of mind. I have to constantly be in a state of triggering and trauma because that's what they constantly want me in a state of triggering and trauma. And it's to the point where actually I'm not triggered anymore. I'm numb to the pain. But I know a lot of people aren't numb to the pain and they come to me crying. This person did this to me because
every time you talk about someone else, you try to make it all about yourself and expect people to feel sorry for you. Honestly, Shanny, you are a horrible person. You use other people's problems and extrapolate off of them to mitigate yourself as a poor abuse victim. Get out of here with that shit. This is why you're a bad person, Shanny. Because you take other people's problems and you make them about yourself.
Followed you and I said I liked you. I'm sorry. I can't associate myself with you anymore.
I'm feeling a bit mad because one, I've been losing my artistic mojo. Two, I had to hear this from two other people. And yes, I was extremely upset and angered at this. And three, I've been having money issues for just the day. And of course, I've been expecting a few packages to come in, but they haven't arrived just yet. I've ordered a few things off Amazon and they haven't arrived. I am concerned that I might have given the wrong address or I might have misread the time of delivery. But either way, I'm still a bit miffed right now.
Gang stalking.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're gonna say it's all gang stalking? Oh, my God. This is why I can't take you too seriously, is that you have this belief that the world is out to get you. But then again, that's Rev for you. That's Rev News for you, is that he doesn't understand how the world works. He thinks that everyone is out to get him. He is that much of a paranoid nut job. And he's been like that since before he even got with Shanny.
Imagine going through that for years.
Sorry.
Did you just
4
fart,
years.
Rev? Whoa, time out.
Sorry.
Imagine going through that for years.
Rat Jason, you retard! Did you just fart? Did you just fart on Shanny's stream? Good fucking God. You could have just went into the other room or in the bathroom to do that. You didn't have to do. This is why we make fun of you. It's because you have no manners. You don't have any decency. And I blame Shanny for that because she made you this way. She made you. Then again, you're already fucked up because, again, your mother didn't raise you right.
Years. 4 years. Now, this is why I'm doing it. I know you're like, I'm worried about your mental health and all, but
I appreciate she said that.
I appreciate it. And I love you. I think you're an awesome person. I really do enjoy your wisdom.
Yeah, I like her too.
But I just,
We tried.
I tried. I try. You know, I spent playing video games and doing.
Right now, I'm just eating a fortune cookie. Jason is an enabler par excellence. There is no reason why some grown woman in her late 30s with borderline personality disorder should live in squalor when she has 2 sons, one with autism. Hell, adults with far more crippling psychiatric problems, from emotional disorders to mental retardation, live far more independently than Shanny does.
And this and doing that, it doesn't work. They just keep coming, keep harassing, keep hurting me over and over again. It doesn't stop. It's over and over and over and over again. It doesn't stop. And then with my material, with my content, they keep flagging me for nudity.
Oh, God.
So they automatically...
Shanny, you post shit like that on your channel without provocation. You think that it's okay to post your video stream of you wearing body paint and you expect us to not be grossed out about it? Yes, you had your garbage bag tits flopping around while you tried to put cake on makeup and body paint that makes you look even more disgusting than you already are. You think that you are some plus? You really think you're a supermodel, Shanny? How deluded are you?
Put me in an appeal, so the revenue that I would normally get can't happen.
No one wants to see your ugly, naked self, Shanny.
Because they keep putting restrictions on me. Like that video, Do Not Trust Guess Who? They literally tagged me for sexual content and nudity.
I didn't see that video, so I didn't know what she was talking about. So I'm not going to comment on that.
No, I don't know. Did you watch that Do Not Trust Guess Who video? I think you should, because there's no nudity in it or sexual content.
No. None. You had a t-shirt on. The t-shirt you have on now.
Yep.
What the hell, man?
This is what I have to deal with.
I believe that it's unlikely that you suffer. I believe it could be likely that you suffer from narcissistic personality disorder. But even if you have borderline personality disorder, it could be a low functioning variant of narcissism.
Constantly fighting, trying to make money, trying to raise my kids. But it's hard to raise kids when you're constantly having CPS called on you for just being who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't like it when people call you out for being a terrible mother, Shanny?
Because they have this delusion in their head, and these hater channels, these drama channels keep putting this delusion in their head that I'm this off the rails human being who have no self-control, no self-awareness, and no intelligence.
Yeah, that's because all that shit that you said is true about you. You have no self-awareness. It's not the fact that you don't have any self-awareness. It's the fact that you reject self-awareness. And you're an uneducated person because you never finished high school. You're a high school dropout. And you've basically fried your brain cells from doing too much CBD. And let's not forget the fact that you are an extremely narcissistic person who cares about nobody but herself. And you've created this false reality that everyone is evil and that you're the only one who's good in this world. Get out of here with that shit. And this is what Tab and Underhaven were talking about with these types of people, is that they like to create this reality of theirs where they are always right and everyone is wrong. They were talking about that when it comes to War Corpse, when they have a poor view on the world.
And that is farther from the truth from me. I have very much a lot of self-control.
You slapped your husband. You beat your husband every time he steps out of line.
Like, I really, 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 really have to be pushed.
You cry every time you bring up trauma in your life and you have no control over your emotions.
Like, I'm very highly intelligent.
You mispronounce words and don't even look into the things you claim to have knowledge on. You like to make up shit and pass it on as fact.
Highly intelligent.
Bullshit.
So sick of being called stupid at this point when I like constantly poning these people. But anyway.
You think that because you have this superiority complex that you're better than everyone else?
You know, and I've gotten like therapy throughout the years and counseling throughout the years, you know, and my therapist always tell me one thing: you teach people how.
You lie to your therapist, Shanny. You've lied to your therapists.
You want to be treated. So I might as well.
And they're not even real therapists. They're court mandated therapists. So you lied to them.
Do what therapy taught me: be assertive and teach people how I want to be treated, which is just treat me like a human being and treat me respectfully and not constantly try to point fingers at me. No one likes that. Who likes?
Not only are you mentally unstable, Shanny, but you're also sheltered. You were also sheltered. And yet you still managed to cling on to the beliefs by focusing on specific aspects of your life and constructing elaborate fantasy worlds. This is probably why you see mundane chores as trials and tribulations. This is basically a psychological neoteny, which is basically the retention of juvenile traits well into physical maturity. And not to mention that every time you always bring up stupid shit, you always have this childlike mindset that you have these beliefs that you are supernatural. It's basically what most professionals refer to as an omnipotence of thought. The same way you do with religion, you cherry pick elements of your life and validate your fantasies of control, which is systematically displayed in almost every one of your videos when you have Rev in the background speaking up for you or enabling your shitty behavior.
To have pointed fingers at them constantly. You remember when you did this? You remember when you did this? What do you guys do? Look at what you're doing. You're literally pointing your fingers at people and asking them over the bad things they did in their past when we all have a past. We've all done bad, crappy things.
You still do bad, crappy things. That's why we always have to bring it up, is because you still do bad, crappy things. And you expect everyone to forget about that? No. This is the internet, Shanny. Whatever you put on there has every right to stay up. Even if you try to scrub your channels and try to retcon your past, it still doesn't it still doesn't erase the fact that you are a horrible person.
Because that's part of being human, is to err. To err is to human.
Again, I've heard this before from another lolcow who I've compared Shanny to. I've read articles on him by myself and even quoted them.
But yet you take my errors and you turn it into me being a monster instead of, oh, look, Shannon's a human being.
A monster? Shanny, you and Rev look like you belong in a horror film. It's all consistent again. Much like your childish view of the world, you obviously don't even follow mature procedure when developing a stance on certain issues. When normal people learn information about certain topics and then decide how they feel about it, you do it the other. You and G-Man and Von Helton, you do it the other way around and decide how you feel about something and then refuse to believe, understand, or even humor evidence to the contrary. As most people have very strong beliefs in certain issues, some automatically have a prejudice against people believing differently. You have this perspective on everything. You take positions on matters, then find a way to back it up and ignore evidence for the opposing viewpoints. This is what is known as a confirmation bias, Shanny. All right, she's lied and gaslighted people in the streets so much, it's unreal.
And that falls down sometimes. You know.
She wants to cry about people pulling up her record. She had 3 background checks on me. She's back on my text. I'm drunk shit back and check some Gary. Who knows who else? Seriously, hypocrite. She is a hypocrite.
But no, like even the stuff I do or say is minor compared to these idiots. Like little.
Another an example of Gary G-Man is that he takes, much like you, Shanny, G-Man takes positions on matters, then finds a way to back it up and ignores all evidence for the opposing viewpoints. G-Man has decided that all atheists are bad, so he selectively finds information that backs up his stance on the matter and ignores anything anyone tells him about why his hatred for atheists is bad and makes him a bad person. Then you people go as far as to claim that you can cure atheism by telling people to rejoice and get back with God. Unless disliking atheists means that they will not get any validation.
Let's just think about it. I don't hurt anyone. I don't go after anyone. I stay in my lane. You know, I guess the furthest thing lately I've done that wasn't staying in my lane is showing concern of Foodie Beauty. But I stopped doing that because
don't get me started on Chantel Marie. You basically were enabling her shitty behavior as well as her fans. Much like you, Foodie Beauty cannot take criticism and blames everybody but herself for all her own failures.
Because it's like I said what I needed to say to her, And I don't need to say anything else to her. You know, she's a grown adult. She's going to make her own decisions. But, you know, I also don't want people to think that I support behavior like that. And I don't. It's dangerous behavior. It's behavior that'll get you really hurt.
And of course, you do the same thing when it comes to confirmation bias. You take two contrary positions on a similar topic. Example is that you don't even understand how parody functions. When you try to parody Chantel's Beeson video, you try to defend your rights to make content by hitting claims that you're trying to parody Chantel Marie. And then you state that her content, her decisions are bad because she's doing things that you don't like. But you decide that her shit is bad because she did cocaine. And when in actuality, you've did a number of drugs back in your day. And you still do drugs. Even if you don't want to admit it. You've been abusing your dosage of CBD gummies to the point where your brain can't even process right. And then you've made several tweets and believe that fooling trolls by mocking them, you went as far as to screenshot stupid shit and believe that you've uncovered schemes of trolls, campaigns towards you. Exactly. She's tried so hard. That's right, Sabella. She has tried so many times to silence people so that no one finds out how much of a fucked up human being Shanny for Christ really is.
But do I have a beef with Chantel? Absolutely not.
Yes,
I love
you do.
Chantel. People try to make it seem like I hate Chantel, and I don't.
You do have you try to start a beef with Chantel because you thought it would give her views. It would give you views because you thought that you wanted to be a reaction channel like most of us.
I'm literally disappointed in her, and I hope she gets better. But that's how I feel about Chantel. Like, I don't hate her. If anyone had that, you know, impression that I did, you're very far off. It came from an act of concern and love, not from an act of hatred and ridicule.
And don't get me started on materialism, Shanny. You are an extreme materialistic person. You have frittered away all of Rev's inheritance money just to make your fat ass happy. Buying and hoarding large amounts of crap that make you feel good about yourselves. And then you think that it would make you popular by buying expensive shit. Like, you are delusional. You don't even have a problem with getting money for sitting on your fat ass, claiming that you get more from your donations or from your channel than what anyone could do with a job. You obviously have no concept of money, and you believe you are entitled to everything. You believe you're entitled to Rev's money.
But I feel like these people really need to be called out over the shit they're doing to people over the internet, because they are harassing my people. Deeply harassing my people. And it shouldn't be.
I agree, Isabella. I agree.
I know they're hurting my family for doing it. I know they are. They don't care.
let's not forget the fact, Shanny, you have little regard for the rules of online communities. When you join like a website, whether if it's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, you tend to ignore the terms of services and then think that your own niche to websites under your control, you assume that these sites would allow you to post anything on your page, when even if it's explicit. I mean, there are community participations, and you have disallowed comments, and then you ignore comments. You assume that when people host websites for you, you think you've given the final say. And you've been permabanned numerous times. And you foolishly upload stupid shit. And you've removed shit because you thought it would make you a bad person.
Aw, thank you, Ish. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for understanding where I'm coming from. Thank you. Like, seriously, I need love.
Yes.
I need love.
She needs love. She needs validation. She needs to be cherished. I've heard this argument time and time again. Shanny, you're not going to find love from people on YouTube. You're only going to find people who either pretend to be enablers or people who pity you and kiss your ass.
Like everyone else, and you need love. Like we all need love. And lately it just seems like mankind has gone down this
Yes. And that's the thing I have. This is the issue I have with this woman, is that she lets her ego get the best of her to the point where she feels that she needs to go somewhere else to find validation. And she thinks that YouTube is her little hug box. When in actuality, people are just messing with her.
This perilous root of hatred and trying to point their finger and expose all of their fellow man. It's not funny.
She kind of reminds me of this girl that I've covered on my channel before. Sabella, you've never heard of this woman I've covered, but there's this YouTuber that I've learned from called Adonis Paul, who covers this woman named Adrosdia. Adrosdia is this woman who is just like Shanny, and she's always crying on video, threatening to kill herself, threatening to call the cops on trolls who fuck with her. She's always paranoid 24/7 and expects her followers to go after people who disagree with her.
It's not cute. It's actually very ugly thing to just constantly poke at someone you don't like. It's ugly. It's ugly. Like, especially when someone's not poking back, especially when someone's not making content about these people or talking about these people, and they...
Yes, exactly. Shanny, one of the most dangerous things about Shanny's ego is her bloated sense of paranoia. She is taken to withholding certain information from trolls like an animal being shocked by a collar. However, this line of thinking has pushed Shanny into believing that the entire world is out to get her. In early days, it's just a bunch of fans of DP, as well as her family and Chris. She believes that they're conspiring to stop her from succeeding in her quest for e-fame. And then there are incidents and the realization that there are web pages devoted to her, and it's caused her to see things in a bigger yet disturbing picture.
just keep trying to poke you. That shows harassment. And, you know, the fact that I don't talk or say any names, I just use they, them pronouns, for instance, and I do it for a purpose. I don't want people to go and attack them. I don't want them to have the same treatment as I do.
Let me read an excerpt from its page. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be humbled, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Luke 14:11, the King James Version. Or how about this one? When you don't have people in your life pushing you, can you push yourself? Tori Amos.
I would like is if they recognize their bad, horrible, and lingering on illegal behavior.
I agree.
And better themselves and stop acting that way and start loving your fellow man instead of hating people. Like, I've made mistakes in my life, and it seems like I have to.
You still make mistakes, and you try to like retcon your past and make it as though it's all in the past. No, Shanny. What you put on the internet has every right to stay up there. And you bitching at the trolls to stop is not going to make that go away. You try to manipulate people into feeling sorry for you, and you fail miserably.
Spend my whole life suffering for my mistakes, even though I've grown from them. I've moved on from them. I learned from my mistakes.
Exactly. There are people like her who think that they are famous. One of the particular examples I have covered and I have compared Shanny to, Christine Weston Chandler was an example that I've compared Shanny to, about a person who thinks that he or she is famous, deserves to have praise and validation and love and support, when in actuality she has done nothing to deserve that.
Yeah, it seems like I have to be in this constant state of like suffering from it. And I don't think I should suffer from my mistakes when I learned from them, especially from people where my mistakes were done, not even to them. Not even to them.
Shanny, you have alienated almost everyone you've ever encountered.
You know?
Exactly. She has made, there are receipts, Shanny. People have receipts of you spouting your hateful rhetorics towards people. And you try to claim that it wasn't you, that it was hacked, or someone hacked your account or something stupid along the line. Then you'll go and claim that it wasn't you from this dimension, that it was someone else from another dimension that looked like you. Let's be real, Shanny. You're not that smart to begin with. Even if you claimed you're highly intelligent, which you aren't. And because of the YouTube channels that cover you, you become a recluse, refusing to make friends with anyone unless you knew them, or unless you give them money. This is a double-edged sword, as you refuse to interact with anyone unless they pity you or you bribe them. It's, if someone knew you in real life And this has happened before.
That one person that just got blocked, let me just tell you, they have been harassing me for about 10 years now.
I wonder who it is.
Every day, several times a day, constant, won't stop. And they've made sock account after sock account after sock account.
A decade. Exactly. She confuses her emotional idiocy with actual intelligence.
They are what their name is. But anyway, I don't think I should suffer for something I've learned from. I don't think I continually should suffer from bad word choices I've said, because I don't do that to others. I don't like constantly go on people and hate on people over the words they say. It's none of my business. Like, I honestly, to tell you the truth, me doing what I did to Foodie Beauty probably wasn't the wisest thing. It really isn't any of my business.
Especially when you sorry, I'm just eating. You like to withhold certain information from people, like I said, like an animal being hit with a shock collar.
But it's like, at the same time, I got to think I am a content creator. I have pushed your name, and it's so hard, because in a lot of ways,
content creator doesn't mean jack shit.
Is doing YouTube, it's a lot like politics. It really is. It's a lot like politics.
YouTube is a lot like politics. No, it's a monopoly. It's a monopoly. It's basically a monopoly.
And you constantly have to calculate and be like, okay, what do people like? What do people dislike? What topics should I bring up? Which topics should I not bring up? You know?
Yeah, I did. And it proves my point that every time Shanny tries to like backpedal and try to like fabricate some weird narrative that she's this innocent victim who has done nothing wrong, it always backfires. And everybody, because there are videos that she's posted prior to her recent recollections that contradict everything she says now. And she thinks that she could scrub the internet of those videos by deleting her channels or deleting her posts or even making excuses. She thinks that Shanny doesn't understand how the billions of people on planet Earth think. She automatically believes that everybody is going to accept her lies as truth, even though they contradict actual facts.
What should I talk about? What should I not talk about? Is what I'm going to say offensive? Is what I'm going to say not offensive? And it's just this constant, like, push and pull type of thing. Being a content creator, it's just constant of trying to just find a balance, and really, just be honest, there is no balance. There is no balance.
Exactly. The internet never forgets.
And really, the only thing you can do when it comes to YouTube is just be yourself. You're going to get haters. You're going to get people to hate on you. You're going to have people who love you too. Sometimes you're going to focus more on the hate than the love, which isn't entirely the best thing, but sometimes it's hard to ignore such vitriol hatred in your face.
Vitriol hatred, my ass. Shanny, you have done everything in your power to deserve that, to warrant such behavior.
But
there's a thing called the Wayback Machine, where people look up old videos that you've deleted.
really
There are
thank you,
archive
Jesse.
channels.
I know I overbloated this long enough, but I just wanted you to like know what my perspective is, and it's to the point now where, you know, it's been going on for years. I've asked these people several times to stop.
You provoke people, Shanny. You provoke people constantly.
And they don't. And blocking doesn't help because they just suck accounts. Ignoring doesn't help because they'll bring police and CPS in your life.
I'm not going to beat around the bush and say, yeah, that is uncalled for, but still, you've done a lot of things that warrant interventions.
What do I do?
You lie a lot.
What do I do other than speak my truth? And hopefully people will listen to it. Hopefully people will understand.
You lie constantly and expect people to believe in your lies when there's actual information that contradicts that shit.
Hopefully people will realize that the people they follow that talk about others behind their back and are constantly analyzing their videos and saying, well, they don't really feel this. Let me tell you how they think in here. Let me tell you how they're feeling right here.
Oh, here goes.
When let's just be honest and just intellectually honest wise, no other human being can tell you how you feel, think, or what your opinions are. No other person can tell you how you are like that, because it's all in here. It's all in your mind. So them trying to presume.
You think you know everything, but it's all in your mind too, Shanny.
How you feel, how you think, it makes them look like liars because you can't know what this person actually feels or thinks. You can only take what they say as truth.
Well, we do when you post that shit out there, and then there are videos that contradict that fact. You, Shanny, you have lied so many times that you don't even know what the truth is. Or you don't even want to take responsibility for your actions, so you'll lie to save face.
But a lot of people like to twist intentions and be like, well, they didn't really mean it this way. They meant it this way. Oh, they really not trying to, they're not trying to, tell people that they're being bullied. They're just trying to do damage control,
That's what you've been doing. Every time you say something and then people clip that shit and react to it, you go on and do damage control and try to retcon everything. Because in your mind, it makes you look bad.
No. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm saying. I'm being straightforward to you. No pushover crap. Like straightforward telling you. Just being blunt and forward. That's all I'm doing, man.
Blunt and forward. That's what I'm doing. I'm being blunt and forward. And I'm calling you out on all the stupid shit you've said. And you don't like that because in your mind, it makes you look bad. And you don't want to look bad. So you'll try and silence other content creators who cover you just so that people who don't even know the full story won't see you as a sick, disgusting creature.
You know, eventually more and more people will catch on. More and more people will see this. The more I talk, I know it. Because I seen what they did with the rumor mills. They kept bringing up these rumors about me. They kept saying, like, this scenario was actually like this scenario. Like, they keep saying that, like, for instance,
some rumors turn out to be true, Shanny.
let me do an example. Jason drunk drive the kids to school.
No. Jason was intoxicated and stoned out of his mind when he went to pick up Zachary from school. There was a video that's out there that shows him under the influence of drugs. He wasn't drunk. He was doped out of his gourd. He was taking PCP while driving.
No. What you saw was Jason made a video of him doing his goofy character.
Was it goofy when he was huffing recreational drugs? No.
And then having heartburn.
Oh, God. Are you? No. Shanny, no. He was on drugs. The videos confirmed that he was doped out of his mind. It wasn't a character. Was that acting? No, that was genuine. This is why people don't like you. It's because you try to retcon everything.
And that's it.
That's it.
The internet turned it into something else. And kept saying it's this, and this. So people believed it was that, but it wasn't.
Egotism is a double-edged sword.
It wasn't.
And what's funny about this is that, again, this is what I find funny. There's a common pattern with these lolcows, is that they will lie constantly to save face because they don't want to accept responsibility for their actions. So they'll lie constantly. And they expect their lies to be accepted as truth despite contradicting actual facts and evidence. God damn it.
You know, have you ever had really bad acid reflux? Of course, you're going to be like, oh. Turned it into something.
Fortnite. In Fortnite.
It wasn't. You lied. You lied.
There are receipts. Let's not forget that you guys have smoked too much drugs. He was high as a kite in that video, and it wasn't on weed. Let me tell you, I know it was some sort of hallucinogen that he was huffing. Did he know what was in it? Probably not, but all I know that wasn't acting. That wasn't acting, Sabella. He was high.
Hey, Christina. How you doing, babe?
I wish I did.
I'm Ron, but it's the past.
Whatever.
How am I Ron, Maria? You're one of those harassers. How am I Ron?
You're one of those harassers? Oh,
I'm
my
not.
God.
I'm actually speaking the truth, okay? I don't do hate smear campaigns. like your friends do.
Oh my God, Shanny, you're impossible.
I tell people don't attack people.
Yes, Shanny, you've told people to attack others. You've tried. You told people to drop. Well, actually, that was Rev who told people to die of cancer. But your actions, you've demanded people to die constantly. You've demanded people to go out and kill your haters because you didn't like what they said about you.
I tell people don't hurt others. I tell people to be kind. I don't be like, hey, you know what something did? You know, they did that. What, like, they're such trash human beings. They don't.
Well, you are trash human creatures. I wouldn't even call you humans.
Be respected or loved.
That's what I said! Sorry. Holy hell.
Yep, people love to twist things and add their own bit. Yes, exactly, Adele.
I've heard this argument before. Shanny, like I said, I could make a long list of all the lies Shanny has said, but again, that would take up an entire page or two.
And that's exactly what has been happening for me for years. And I was silent because I took advice. Be silent. Ignore it. It'll go away. It never did. All it did was perpetuate more hate. All it did was make people to believe, like, my silence was consent.
Look, I'm going to go say this again. Nobody was twisting your words, Shanny. Nobody was twisting everything. You guys put that out there for everyone else to see. All we did, we just followed suit.
I thought I was just blocking and ignoring and doing my own thing. No, my silence was consent. My silence was like, yeah, it's true about me. And it wasn't. It wasn't. But that's how they took it as. And that's how the internet made it to be. She knows it's the truth. Why would she just ignore it if it's not?
Because the truth isn't good enough for her. She doesn't want to admit that she is a horrible person. She would rather lie to people to make herself feel better about herself. That's the type of person she is. She's a fucking narcissist.
So now I have to go and tell people what the truth is. Because I have way too many people coming to me with these lies, believing these things about me. I don't know how many times a day I have someone coming to me telling me how much of an awful person I am over things I didn't even do.
There is evidence, Shanny. There is actual evidence of things you did and said. It doesn't even matter if you claim that it was a long time ago. The internet is forever.
A lot of these people think I'm freaking racist because a lot of people created sock accounts and said racial slurs to a bunch of black people in my name.
Oh, God. Jesus. No, you dumbass. You're retconning your own past. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for making comparisons between you and Christine Chandler. But again, you two, like Chris, you like Miss Chandler, you try to retcon your past and make it as though it never happened. Or you try to put all of your responsibilities onto other versions of you from other realities. Oh, shit. Have I gone too long?
In my name. And I get blamed for it, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It was
They're
you.
like, well, we got videos. Yeah. You got video of me doing it once.
Oh, dear Lord. No. Yes. Yes.
And it doesn't go away. And I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of it. It's been years ago since all of this happened, but it continues on over and over and over again.
I'm sorry to say this, Shanny, but the internet is forever. You can lie and say that it never happened, but actuality is this. Whatever you post on the internet has every right to stay up there. Even if you try to scrub your YouTube channels or try to like delete your tweets or try to like make excuses for all the bullshit you say, it still doesn't negate the fact that you are awful. Complete awful. And I don't give two flying fucks if you think you're some saintly individual who has done nothing wrong. Everything you do has consequences.
No, and you did say someone, no one should tell how a person of color should react to you. No, first of all, a person of color shouldn't first of all come to me at all with vitriol hatred.
I'm just gonna skip through all this shit.
It's always gonna be there because that's who I am. That's my person. Survival skills, dude. Survival skills. I'll put my camera on and be like, look at what he's doing, man.
Hold on, let me do this.
Have in this world.
I'm just skipping ahead. I'm trying to...
Night, Christine. I love you, girl.
No.
Are we learning yet? Are we not learning yet? Are you going to continue down this route with me? Because I'm just going to continue. Just look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're...
I don't...
And my brain is wired instead of saying this. I don't get... It's considered hate. Don't watch my... I am... Did or loved the past. How am I on Marie scenario? Okay.
We're not even...
People will listen to it.
We're not even...
Hopefully people will understand. Hopefully people will realize that the people they follow that talk about others behind their back and are constantly analyzing their videos and saying, well, they don't really feel this. Let me tell you how they think in here.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you how they're feeling right here. Let's just be honest and just intellectually honest wise. No other human being can tell you how you feel, think, or what your opinions are. No other people. I'm telling you what I'm saying. You lied. You turned it into something. The internet turned it into something else. Believe you like what?
You lie all the time, Shanny.
And that's all it did was make people to believe. Like my silence when my shit helped people with as many racial slurs.
I'm not. Dead silence.
There's just these certain names that I see over and over again, and it's never positive. It's always negative. And it's always meant to use me, to manipulate me, and to hurt me, to see me in a triggered state.
Oh, God. She's referring to Jules, I think.
And I've been saying this. I don't get triggered very much. Very often anymore.
Right.
I don't. You know, leave me being...
You do get triggered all the time. Don't Don't lie. You get triggered all the goddamn time, you dumb bitch.
Angry and my emotions alone, that's just part of me, okay? I just ignore my emotions, listen to my words. I don't know how to, I don't know if I can make it any clearer, okay?
Just ignore my emotions, listen to my words.
In front of you guys, I can't
Just ignore my emotions and listen to my words. Give me a fucking break.
help it. I'm BPD, so I'm constantly on an emotional roller coaster, okay?
Oh, fuck you, Shanny, for using mental illness as some excuse for your shitty behavior. This is why nobody likes you. It's because you like to blame everything on all the stupid you blame all the stupid shit on your disorders. No one is going to take you seriously, and no one should take you seriously, because truth and behold, you're not a trustworthy person.
Just constantly on an emotional roller coaster. I'm trying to tell you what I'm saying with my words, not with my emotions. But it seems like you look more at my emotions than my words. And it's like my words mean more than my emotions, because this is something I can't help. I can't help my emotions, but I can certainly.
Yes, you can help your emotions. And don't even think about using bipolar or BPD or whatever the fuck mental illness you claim to have.
Speak my words, hence dialectic behavior therapy. I'm dialectic, okay?
Dialectic, really, Shanny? Oh my god, don't.
So I'm instead of like right now, instead of thinking like in my emotional mind, I'm in my logical mind, and I'm trying to present logic to you.
Fucked up logic.
You know, logic.
Oh god damn it.
And I just wish you spoke to me in a logical thank you. Problem with me, don't be coming to me all talk to is very like, if you have a problem with me, don't be coming to me all hostile, because I'm just automatically going to assume that's a threat. You know, but how you dealt with the situation of, you know, not fully agreeing with me, but yet
I am trying my best not to punch my computer screen. I really am.
You showed empathy, true empathy, and I thank you for it, because that's
Shanny, you have no empathy. You have no empathy of any kind. So don't expect people to show you any empathy in return.
so rare to find nowadays is someone who actually empathizes instead of using an apathetic attitude toward me.
You don't even have any empathy. Again, I keep saying this. I'm not going to repeat myself. You're not an empathetic person. Why should we treat you the same? Why should we treat you any different?
When it's like, I really need someone to like feel for me, because it's like, I'm a human being.
Oh my God, Shanny. Don't do this again. You know that it's going to lead to something more negative. And you know that I cannot stand whenever you do this shit. It makes me angry to the core. Sometimes, whenever you say stupid shit like this, I get angry.
Like, do I have to point that out? I'm a human being and not a mentally healthy human being.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what I hate about you, Shanny, is that you always go and blame your mental illness on all the stupid shit that you have said.
I'm mentally ill. I have an emotional dysregulation.
I agree. She could be a sociopath. She could be a sociopath. And she's gaslighting her followers and gaslighting Reb into believing that she's some abuse victim, when she is the aggressor in all this. She's a spoiled brat. That's all I could say about Shanny, is she is nothing more than a spoiled brat.
Disorder, and there's nothing I can do to help it. No amount of therapy will make it go away. No amount of drugs will make it go away. This is a lifelong thing that I have to deal and cope with. Okay? Like drugs and therapy don't take the BPD away. It only helps you cope through it. It helps you cope.
Oh, God damn it. This is not happening. This is not some sort of. No. No, 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 no. You don't use mental illness as a way to garner sympathy. That's not how that works, you idiot. I'm sorry.
Cope through it. It's never going to go away. I'm never going to change. You're never going to take away this part of me, this emotional side of me. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be there because that's who I am. That's my personality. It's something I can't deeply help. I can't help it because it was caused by years of trauma and my brain is wired to react certain ways.
I've seen this before from other locales like you, Shanny. You're not the only one who's saying this shit. How a fucking emo howling wolf keeps using the whole excuse that he has brain damage. You're using the same excuse that emo howling wolf has used. Whenever people call him out on his bullshit, he always falls back on the whole, I have brain damage.
Now, I've helped alleviate a lot of that stress through the years, but it's still there. It's still there.
I hate that.
Like, how do you
hate when
relieve
she
someone
tries to adjust her
from pressure and tension,
camera like that,
and harm and trauma if you're constantly poke? Hey, let me poke her.
Poke her. Type poke in the chat, guys. Do it like Jules said. Type poke in the chat. That way we can trigger Shanny.
Poke her. Oh, she's sick? I don't care. Let me just continue to poke her. I don't like her. Fuck her. What?
Pokes in the chat, guys. Pokes in the chat.
Disabled? Fuck it. I'm going to keep poking her. Fuck her. Let me just keep poking her. Who cares? She's a fucking bitch. I don't care. Oh,
type pokes in the chat, guys. Type pokes in the chat.
She said she's sorry. I don't care. I'm going to keep poking her. What? Oh, she gave to people? Oh, wait. No, fuck that. I don't care if she did that. Wait, she's really kind to people? Are you kidding me? No, man. No.
You're not kind. You don't give to people. You bribed people to be your friends. You think that giving money to people is going to win friendships? No. You're giving money to people to kiss your ass. That's not earning friendships. And you fake kindness. And then you try to be kind to people, and yet you say stupid shit behind your back when we find out how much of a sick person you really are.
No, I refuse to stop doing the poking. I just refuse to stop.
Way to go, Artful Corgi.
I'm just gonna keep doing it over and over and over
Poke
again.
in the chat,
see how annoyed
guys.
You're getting right now by me just doing this motion?
Pokes in the chat, guys. Pokes in the chat.
That is me with these individuals every day of my life. I have to deal with this 24/7.
You're not. I'm just going to speed through this. I'm just going to speed through this because it's boring just hearing her say stupid shit like this. I'm just going to speed through this.
24/7. And then I'm called a horrible person when I finally had it. And I finally, Yeah. That seems really fair. That seems really fair. Let me poke you. Let me bring up your old information, your old FOIA files, your old public records that you have. I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to show you your public records. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you your public records. I'm going to let everyone else know on the internet about your public records. Everyone's going to see it. Everyone's going to see it. Yep. You're going to see it. Yep. And then everyone's going to comment to you about it and talk to you about it, even though you didn't put it on the internet. Other people put it on the internet, but we're going to keep doing it to you. We're going to keep poking you. We're going to keep doing it over and over again. Let's just keep poking. Come on.
She is so triggered, guys. She is so triggered that people are pulling up old information about her. It pisses her off that everybody is pulling up old shit about her. And yes, it's rightfully so, because again, she has done a lot of crazy shit in the past.
Let's just keep poking. Come on, let's just keep poking. We got to do it. We got to do it. Come on. We got to see the trigger. We got to make a video. Let's make her trigger. Let's make her trigger. Come on, poke, 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 poke. Make her trigger. Come on, we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. Come on. Come on. We got to do it. I bet you take sexual satisfaction when you do that to me. I bet you do.
I know some people do take satisfaction from watching you suffer. I mean, dude, they did, but not everyone is like that. I can tell you that. I, on the other hand, get angry every time you say stupid shit like that on the internet.
Bet you frickin' do. You know, like, you people, you haters are the most hateful, most disgusting, most horrible human beings that could ever be encountered. And I am going to keep talking about it because I want everyone to know who you are.
Are you? Are you, though? I know you, Shanny. I know how you act and think. It's obvious that you like to poke the bear. When you say that we're poking you, you're actually poking me. And when you poke me, you know damn well I am going to strike back at you. Because you know that your negativity bounces off of me, and I have to feel the repercussions. I have to feel the rage. So say what you want, Shanny, but you know that anger is only going to make me.
I want everyone to know what you're doing to a human being. And I want everyone to see what you're doing to me. I want everyone to see it. So they know that all this stuff that they thought that was me, it was actually them stirring crap up and antagonizing me until I blew. And it was only a year ago before I figured out they were doing this to purposely antagonize me so they can use my videos for views.
You put that shit out there, you idiot. This is the thing I hate about you, Shanny, is that instead of taking responsibility for your actions, you go and blame everybody but yourself for all of your own failures. You're just like Von Helton. You're always going around blaming the trolls for ruining your life, for calling CPS on your kids, for getting the cops involved. And you're just like Emo Howling Wolf. You're always going to blame the trolls for your shitty behavior.
Night, Christine. Love you, girl.
That's not.
Are we learning yet? Are we not learning yet? Are you going to continue down this route with me?
I am giving Shanny the middle finger right now. You might not see it. Oh, you know, on second thought, let me get this camera. Shanny, you might not see this, but this is how I feel about you. Fuck you, Shanny. Fuck you, and fuck your brain-dead husband.
Because I'm just going to continue. Just look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. And I'm just going to keep tagging YouTube. I'm just going to keep tagging the FBI. I'm just going to keep tagging these people because eventually they're going to see it.
I've heard this argument before from someone else. Someone who yelled at his trolls and say, I will send in police. I will send in detectives. I will send in everything in my power. You get those videos down. And then his dad walked in. All because he did a tour video of his pigsty house, which showed that needed to be condemned. Some of my fans know, some of my viewers know who I'm talking about and demand me to stop talking about them. But I can't help it because it's obvious that there are so much parallels between these locales and that individual.
And eventually it's going to end. And eventually your chance.
And also, Shanny thinks that if you call the cops on trivial bullshit on that happens on the internet, they automatically have to snap an action to help you out. I'm sorry, Shanny. That's not how law enforcement works, you dumbass. You're just like Von Helton. You're threatening to call the cops. You're threatening to call the CIA or the FBI, or even threatening to call the president on a bunch of people who say stupid shit in your chat or who cover videos about you.
Channels are going to go bye-bye. Because you do cause hate campaigns. You do smear campaigns. You do put people in danger. And that's completely against terms of service. You do targeted harassment.
That's not what we do. What we do is simple. Sorry. Shanny, you're saying the same stupid shit Von Helton is saying. He's always saying that all the trolls are nothing but criminals and they should all be locked up. That's what you're doing.
You do. You do.
Targeted individual. God damn you, Shanny. God damn you to hell.
You do. And you not only did it to me.
But we did to other people. Yes. We trolled people. We told someone to.
You didn't only do it to my family. You've done it to so many people, and they're now beginning to speak. And I'm encouraging them to continue to speak. Everything they do to you, document it and show the world what they're doing to you, guys.
Yeah. You're encouraging people like Von Helton and Emo Howling Wolf to go on these idiotic tirades and threaten everything to make it all go away. Yes, you are encouraging people to be like you. You're encouraging other lolcows to cry a foul and play the victim.
What are you afraid of? Them continuing to harass you? They're going to do it anyway. Might as well speak your truth. Might as well show what they're doing to you. Because you know what? I don't know how much longer I have in this world. I don't know if one of these psychos are going to be so crazed by these people antagonizing and enabling people to anger. I don't know that there's going to be one person that's so crazed that they're going to come and, finish it off.
No one is going to come to your house and kill you. You are so fucking paranoid. And that is what I said. The most dangerous thing about your ego, Shanny, is your bloated sense of paranoia. You now think that the whole world is out to get you. It's a double-edged sword for you.
I don't know if they're going to do that to me. I've already been robbed. My house has already been broken into.
You were never robbed to begin with, Shanny. You were never even robbed. Rev misplaced the key fobs.
Several times. And you continue to do it. You continue to enable these people. You continue to do it. And I'm just going to keep speaking. I'm going to make sure I have if in case anything happens to me, I have a nice big line of information pointing directly at you.
Oh my God. Shanny. You put this shit out there. No one's going to take you seriously. No one should ever take you seriously, you dumb bitch. This is why nobody likes you, is because you threaten people with lawsuits continuously. If something bad happens to you, it's on you. If something bad happens to you, it's your fault.
I want everyone to know who you are as a person. I want everyone to know that you are endangering people.
This is, again, Von Helton said the same thing. Emo Howling Wolf said the same thing. You're not the only one who said this shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for raising my voice. But you're not the only one who said this shit. And you're not the first one who said this. There have been people that came before you who have said similar things.
And you are making people suffer. And you're laughing about it. You think it's funny. It's not going to be funny when something bad happens to me and the police comes in your house, knock, 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 and you're charged with accessory to murder.
Oh my God. You're saying the same thing Adrostia said in her videos towards Adonis Paul. You're literally saying the same thing Adrostia said to Dave Wave Radio's fans and Adonis Paul's fans.
It won't take that long to do, because I'm pointing straight at you and saying it's your fault. It's because of you.
This is something that Shanny likes to do, is she likes to use scare tactics to get people off her back. It's one of her many ways of gaslighting people, is silencing them.
I want that on video. I had someone in the store today taking pictures of me and talking to someone on the phone right after they took pictures of me.
Okay. Again, like I said, egotism and paranoia is a double-edged sword for her. In the real world, if someone spotted Shanny, as I said before, this has happened to someone else too. If someone spots Shanny and knows her by name, even if they've only heard of her from whatever remaining place you have left to go, you're going to automatically panic and run, fearing that the person is actually a troll seeking to spread more information about you. As well, if someone wanted to contact you through other means, even that person had no idea who the fuck you are or what your channel is. But you will shut them out because you don't know who they are, and thus you relegated them as the title of troll. I've heard this happen before with someone else. I mean, imagine if you're eating at a McDonald's, if Rev was eating at a McDonald's and then an employee at Burger King acknowledges you and then messes with your phone, Rev is probably going to go into panic mode and assume that the employee is a troll. And then you try to photograph, and then you two try to photograph that person and talk about him behind your back on Twitter or on YouTube, ironically doing what you fear the troll would do to you.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Dragular Frodo said the same thing too.
If I'm going to go, if you're going to take me out, I'll let the whole world know who you are.
Annie. Are you gonna insinuate that there should be a kangaroo court for all the trolls who have talked about you? People like the Geek Room, Black Guy TV, Dragnot Silvus, Irate Alex, Bert Toast, Jules Tells All, and even myself. You're gonna want us to be executed publicly? Because that's what you're insinuating, Shanny. You want every one of us dead.
Survival skills, dude. Survival skills. I'll put my camera on and be like, look at what he's doing, man.
Oh my God. This is exactly what Chris Chan did. This is what, again, I keep comparing Shanny to Chris Chan, but this is exactly what he did. Because Chris, while he was eating at McDonald's, an employee from Burger King acknowledged Chris Chan and then messed with his phone. Chris went into panic mode and assumed that the worker was actually a troll, then thought the man was communicating with his own kind by hopping on a forum. Then he proceeded to photograph the man and talk about him behind his back on Facebook, ironically doing what he feared the troll would do to him. That's exactly what you're going to do. That's why I've made comparisons between you and Chris.
It's a number of people, no need to say their names as it would provide narcissistic fuel. Exactly, heretic. That's why I don't say names. They all know who they are. You can easily just type down Shanny for Christ.
Oh, God.
On your YouTube search bar, they're there. They're there. And since my videos are constantly being flagged and manually reviewed, I certainly want the people of YouTube to hear what I have to say about bullying. So it's going to continue on. I'm going to continue until they hear me.
Even then, they're not going to take you seriously because, honestly, it's fair use, you idiot.
Until they hear me and they take you down.
Shanny, that's not how this works. You are basically the one antagonizing people. You are the one who's going after people, expecting them to give you what you want. You're unironically, you're doing the same thing that the trolls, that you fear the trolls are going to do to you. You're doing, this video is proof that you're unironically doing the same thing the trolls are doing to you.
Because I'm not going to be intimidated off this platform. I should not have to suffer constantly over the things I've apologized for and learned for. I do not. And I certainly don't need. And if you come to me with skeevy things and doing skeevy things, I'm going to show people. I'm going to show what they're doing. I'm going to give you I'm going to show them. Why? Why? You won't stop. You won't stop. Why should I? Why should I? What? You come.
Why should I feel sorry for you? Why should I acknowledge how much of a sick, disgusting human being you really are? Why should I care about someone who feeds on negative emotions, who laughs at people's misfortune? Why should I feel sorry for you?
Constantly talking about me. Why shouldn't I talk about you? I think it's fair. I think it's fair. The only difference is I'm not actually attacking anyone in particular.
You have attacked people in the past. You have wished death on numerous people, including, if not limited to, Nancy Pelosi. You have called for Dragnot's death. You have called for Barbara's head on a platter. I mean, not Barb, Betty, your mother. You've wanted your mother's head on a platter. You sent your husband to wish death on the Geek Room, and you've mocked Trevor's death.
I'm not hyper-focused on someone because it's a whole group of people.
Of course. It's another one of those gang stalking videos. God damn you, Shanny. This is why no one takes you seriously, is because you dance back and forth. Well, you shuffle back and forth between it's this person, it's everyone, it's the entire internet. You blame everybody but yourself for all your own problems. And you try to excuse the fact that they're being mean to you, when in actuality, they're not. They're the ones pointing out all the obvious facts that you are a ugly human being inside and out. And the fact that Rev is coddling you of this for this and tries to like defend you, make up excuses for the messes you get yourself into. This is why I don't like you.
And the nasty comments you show, everyone's going to see it.
I know most people are not tuning in because they're watching Hannibal and Monty because Von Helton is on. I don't care. This is important to me. This is important to me because it shows how much of a horrible human being Shanny really is.
Exactly, Indigo Butterfly. They're going to go in and mess with the wrong person one day, and these people will set in motion something. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
I want to get mad.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind it.
I want to get angry. I want to get
Nice a nice pro bono lawyer to help me out with this stuff.
You can't even afford a legal attorney, or you can't afford a legal attorney. How are you going to afford some high-powered district attorney or some lawyer to file a copyright claim or even...
I would love that because I know we can make some money on this because there are a lot of people who are doing this to me.
Of course, it's all going to be about money because that's what this is all about. Is you want to sue people for, I don't know how much money you want to sue them for, but again, even if you try and sue people over stupid shit, it's not going to change the fact that you are a horrible person. And what are you going to get out of it? Nothing.
Just think, it would be like 50 grand times 20. Each case is 50 grand, dude. Each case. Just saying, as a pro bono lawyer, you can make quite a bit. Anyway.
Look.
Oh, the Dr. Pepper cake? Okay, my son actually, he changed his mind. He doesn't want the Dr. Pepper cake anymore. He wants a carrot cake. So.
Okay, I'm just going to end it right here because I'm just going to stop this one right here because Rev says something really stupid. And I don't want to spend all day looking at how dumb Shanny made herself look. So I'm just going to look at Rev's stupidity, which is basically Shanny, which is him being coerced or gaslit into saying what Shanny wants him to say. So I'm just going to take a look at what Rev says, because it's shorter than what, because it's obvious that Rev was being coerced into saying this. So I've had it with that video. So I'm just going to see what Rev has to say, because I am done with Shanny, because Shanny is just lying constantly, and I have no patience for her delusions. I obviously don't.
Okay, this is a video on scumbag, piece of trash,
So this is going to be Rev's video that Shanny told him to make. And honestly, it's not even good. In fact, he's just looking over.
Okay, this is a video on scumbag, piece of trash, non-human trolls. Okay, because that's what you are to me now. You aren't even human to me anymore. Okay? There's this one piece of trash cunt out there, and her name is Tour Bus Whore.
Tour Bus.
calls herself tour bus whore. So do you actually think that anybody's ever going to listen to your words? Because you're a stupid whore. And you you admit it. You say it in your screen name that you're a tour bus whore. Anyway, Shanny got a very generous donation from an individual that said, yeah, I am willing to make Shanny not be in pain for a day. Because there was one asshole in there that was like, well, it's only going to last 72 hours, so I'm not going to pay $70 for it. Who cares? They do that all the time. You people are not human. To me, you are less than bacteria. You are self-propelled by a demonic spirit, and you're not even human anymore.
Oh, God. Are we... Oh, my God. This is why I hate you guys, is because you're making stupid shit up. And you think people are going to believe you? Get out of here with that shit. You know goddamn well that you guys are fucked up, and you don't want to admit it.
The people that are harassing my wife's videos and mine, you are less than human to me. You're nothing to me, which is why I could call you the N-word, but I'll never do that because it's just dumb for your career.
And you, Rev, you wished you called for the death of the Geek Room, members of the Geek Room, and wished that people who follow the Geek Room die of cancer. You said that yourself.
Anyway.
You've wished cancer. You've wished cancer on people who talk about Shanny.
I just want people to know that if you are in the comment section and if you are continually in there, but you're not one of these people, just take a note of how not to be in life. Trolls are non-human.
You're non-human yourself, you dimwits. You dimwits. Why should we take you seriously? Why should we even take Shanny and Rev seriously? You guys are obviously disgusting human beings, and I hope that one day karma will bite you in the ass. Because you deserved it. Anyway, that does it for me. I'm still worked up over this shit. I hope you guys who tuned in to watch this, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at rgjaime91. If you want to shoot me up some suggestions, you can check out my Gmail at rgjaime91@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Discord. Links are in the description below. I'm going to be taking a short break because I don't know if I can muster this stupidity. And of course, I basically wasted most of my limits on StreamYard. So I might not be doing any streams on StreamYard. I might have to do Streamlabs again. But that being said, I am Rickzilla, and I'll see you guys in the near future.